talking to you. If the environment has a mouth, she will speak. Sa asasi so wana in Chobakasa. You see clean rivers bustling with aquatic life, and you pollute them with chemicals and machines. A call to action is now. The rains that come.
It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken adults, and that is by F. Douglas. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 20 of our podcast series, the podcast that inspires and educates through the sharing of real-life experiences. With me today is 9-year-old Nakeeyat DRAMANI Sam. Nakeeyat is a poet and was the winner of Tv3 Talented Kids competition in 2019. She is joining us remotely from Ghana and will be sharing with us her life journey before, during, and after Talented Kids. Hello, Nakeeyat, and welcome to Podcast with Sheila.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure having you. So do you have a favorite quote?
Yes, please.
Would you like to share that with us?
I say we are females and we were born for a great reason and a better purpose.
Great, we are females and we were born for greatness?
Great reasons and better purpose.
Great reasons and better purpose. That's lovely. That is lovely, and that's so true. Let's get to know a bit more about you. So share with us your background, where you come from in Ghana, and a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm Nakeeyat DRAMANI Sam. We know Talented Kids Season 10. I'm 9 years old. I come from Takoradi and Cape Coast at the same time. But I live at Tabokopi. My favorite food is anything. And I'm a Muslim, and I have 4 siblings. My parents are still married, and I attend the royal school. I'm fair in complexion. My talents are many.
Great.
And I'm proud.
And you're proud. That's good. Tell us a few of your talents. How many talents do you have? You said there are many. Just give us about 2.
I have a lot of talents. I can sing, I can dance, I can rap, I can cook, I can bake, I can speak sense, and that's what I'm doing right now, poetry. And I won the Comedy and Poetry Award. I got the Best Discovery Spoken Word Act of the year. And this year, I was nominated again, and I'll get, they've nominated me for only 3 categories. And they are, I think, what's the name? I've forgotten, but I've also gotten this one by Gibeah, and it says Poet of the Year.
Wow.
And a lot more are there, but they're not really closer to me now, so I can't get it.
Great. Let's put the awards on the side. We'll come back to the awards later. I really like to see all of them, if you can, or mention all of them for our listeners to know the good job you are doing out there. But before we get to the awards, let's talk to them exactly about what happened, your journey through Talented Kids. So let's start with what inspired you to join Talented Kids?
It started at the age of 2, and it started from my school. My school was celebrating the anniversary, and they wanted a spoken word artist. Great. And they didn't have it. So because I was little, but I could talk and walk at the same time, and I was confident, they chose me, and I learned the poem in 2 days' time, and I did it for them. And also, I did a very good job. And so then I knew that I had something great in me. So then I decided to contest for Talented Kids.
Wow.
I auditioned at Takoradi. A lot of the children, there were 5,000, and they were picking only 5 of them.
Okay, wow.
So I was part of the 5. I was so happy.
I can imagine, because if you're auditioning with 5,000 children and they selected just 5, and out of the 5, you happen to be one of them, then you should be very happy. And I'm proud of you, really.
But when I auditioned, I was 5, and I won when I was 6.
Oh, when you auditioned for Talented Kids, you were 5 years old.
Yes.
And then you won when you were 6. Yes. Wow. Wow. So that's a journey there. And I want us to talk about the journey, because you are 9 years now and you are doing a lot with your project, yes, isn't it? Wow. Yes. Hold it there. So do you remember the poem you did for your auditioning?
Yes, please. I did a children poem.
Can you share that with us?
Okay. We are children. We are the future leaders, and we have to take the stand of our parents. Having pure souls and hearts, Jesus never despised us. He admonished his disciples to let us come close to him, because the kingdom of God is ours. We are brittle and tender. Oh yes, we are vulnerable little creatures. Our vulnerability exposes us to abuse. She took a coin, so his finger was slashed with a blade to pacify the clay man. She took a piece of meat, so a red-hot iron was flogged on her bare skin. I could hear the wailings and cries of a little girl. Locked up in a room, she was given in marriage to a 50-year-old man next door. The cries and pains these children go through upset my tummy. It breaks my heart to see a child suffer. Children at 560 protect our rights as children. It's already midnight. Everyone is asleep, but I am on the street, hungry. Nowhere to lay my head or even wash my feet. People insult me. The police chase me. Yes, I'm a slave to hunger and lies. You see, I'm scared, but there is no one to comfort me. Cold, but there is no one to give me warm clothes. Please think, this problem is too deep. Open your heart, let it sink. Because yesterday I took my bath in a public sink. I am weak, working in places too stressful for my age. Sleeping at the mercy of the weather and its rage. Eating, don't bother. Today it comes, tomorrow it may not. Last week I met the others. They were just like me. We warm ourselves, share a little we can get, but deep down, we still wish for a home, a hot bath, a place of jollof, a mother's love, and a good school. You know, Big Brother is what we call the eldest in our group. He is always angry. He takes a lot of hard drugs, but he still cries for his family in his sleep. Please, listen. Give a child a word, and he will form a sentence. Give a child a sword, and he will start a war. Oh, give a child love, and he will spread it like a virus, so everyone is infected with goodness. Give a child hope, and watch him set records. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. I'm impressed. I am impressed. So you did this poem when you were 5 years old?
Yes, please.
So who writes your poems? Do you write them yourself?
No, please. My father has been writing it for me.
Wow. But I think you are so smart and you are intelligent for you to be able to say all this poem that long, remember it at the age of 5 and say, that's so impressive. That's so impressive. And I'm proud of you. Talk about the whole, how long was this show? Was it for a year?
No, please. It was for 15 weeks, so 3 months.
3 months. Wow. And your performances were live shows, were they?
Yes, please. But our time was very difficult because some of the parents were having challenges. So when it's time for action, we should all get ready.
Winning Talented Kids, how was your experience? How did it feel like?
It was bad and good at the same time because some people were doing snake on the grass and I wasn't so cool with that. And so I got to endure all the pain. And so it brought me here.
Oh, what were they doing exactly?
They were like, oh, this girl, why should she win? And why should she be in the contest? Look at her. What can she even do? Look at her vote. What's wrong with it? This, that. They were doing this They were gossiping about me, and I didn't mind them.
But in the end, you won because your talent shone through and you were able to represent yourself as you are, because that is who you are. So you definitely have to win. Were you the youngest in that group during the year?
Yeah, the first one was one Talented Kids, and I was the youngest to ever have won.
Do you have friends?
Everybody hates me.
Why do they hate you?
Because they are jealous. They are like, why is it that you are famous but not me? What's so special about you? Why do you do this? How do you do that? I don't know.
What would you like to tell them, those who hate you?
I like to tell them that it's better to be themselves than to be someone else, to wish to be someone else.
If I was younger, I would love to be your friend. Do you know why? Because I think that in life, we have to aim to be better than we are. So if I can't do something and my friend can do it, I want that person to be my friend so that I can also be better than myself and not hate the person. And I think this is very common in life because our previous recording, and that was a 14-year-old girl from India, and she's a writer, she's an author. And I asked her the same questions, if she has friends. And she said she has a few friends. And I asked her, are people happy with her? Are her friends happy to be around her? And she said that is 50-50. Some of her friends like her, some of them hate her. And it's for the same reasons you just said. And I think it's not right as human beings to hate somebody when they are going up. Because the only way we can also go up is when we support others and we are happy for them. I
have a few friends, who brought me some presents on my birthday. Storybooks and chocolates.
Wow.
And also, I've written a book.
You have?
Yes, please.
Tree for Life. Wow. Yes. Is it online? Are you selling online, Amazon?
No, please. I haven't yet launched it. So when I launch it, it will be for sale.
Oh, wow. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you for the things you are doing, because in this generation, most of our children and the youth are sticking to their tablets and, like I said in the previous episode, internet and doing unnecessary things. And when anytime I see children or the youth do positive things and then try to encourage their mates to also do lovely things like you're doing, I think it's commendable and we have to push it. So I'm excited I have you on podcast today, but we've not finished talking. There's a lot more to talk about. Let me ask you, because I know that sometimes it's a bit challenging for us to speak before a number of people, like in the public, and how do you overcome stage fright? Do you actually have stage fright when you go into public to do your performance?
No, please. Because I always be myself. I breathe in, breathe out, and I'm fit to go.
Wow, so impressive. Wow. Okay. Do you remember the poem you did when you won Talented Kids Season 10 edition?
Yes, please. I did a poem called Environments.
Can you share that with us?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's listen.
In the beginning, God created heavens and the earth was formless and empty. And when creation story was over, flora and fauna, the plant and animal lives that dazzled the eyes were bequeathed to man. El Tosho Bonsu, Oduma Kuma Boate, bless us with his bounties. Now abandon Nayama Asase Forichi in this way. Why are we destroying the environment, the distractions and the depletion of our resources, such as water and our wildlife, should stop now? Let us save our Ramsey South to prevent extinction from endangered species. We are building on waterways, but we see nothing wrong with it. I am talking to you. If the environment has a mouth, she will speak. Sa asasi sawana, in Chobakasa. You see clean rivers bustling with aquatic life, and you pollute them with chemicals and machines. A call to action is now. The rains that comes, even though it is not her season, comes in torrents. When it's time for the sun, it gives out its best heat as if it wants to devour its prey. Climate change, global warming, and ozone depletion are beckoning. The garbage you threw into the gutter last night, you knew it wasn't right, but you never bothered. If the environment has a mouth, she will speak. So Asasi Sawana in Chobakasa. Over a period of 100 years, Ghana has lost 80% of its forest cover. Yes, you heard me right. 80% of our forest cover is gone. Fishermen are now catching more plastics than fishes. If the environment has a mouth, she will speak. So Asasi Sawana in Chobakasa. A call to action is now. Thank you.
The call to action is actually now. And Nakeeyat is speaking to us all. The rubbish you dropped yesterday while you were walking, she's telling you to pick it up. The environment is talking to you and they've had enough of it. Thank you very much, Nakeeyat. I'm impressed and I love your poems because they're always speaking to us and telling us to do the right things. So that is good. What is your dream job?
I want to be a UN Secretary General.
Oh, wow.
No. I want to be the first female president of Ghana. But my dream is to be a UN Secretary General.
Okay,
yes.
So does it mean you want to do two things? You want to be the first female president of Ghana, and then
if it's possible, if I get it, I'll do it. But if I don't get it, my dream, what I really work hard for, is to be the UN Secretary General.
Why do you want to be the UN Secretary General? Why?
Because I want to rule the world in peace and fairness, and I want to be honest to everybody, and I want to keep the continent in place, and I want to mobilize my people too.
That's a big dream, Nakeeyat. And I know that it's possible. Do you know why? Because everything we want to do in life, once we set our hearts to it and we are focused and we work towards it, we will definitely achieve it. So I know, yeah.
Because we were born to be.
Wow. Who is your mentor?
God.
God is your mentor. God is your mentor. You are so wise. You are wise. At your age, I think you are really wise and you are very smart and you're very intelligent. And I was like, great. I'm excited to have you. So what inspires you? What keeps you going? Is it God?
Yes, please. And also my second mentor is Kofi Annan. My third mentor is my father. My fourth mentor is my mother. That's all.
So you have 4 mentors. The first one is God. The second one is Kofi Annan. The third is your dad, and the fourth is your mom. That's good, and that's good.
Thank you.
So you're currently in school, right? Roy, you said Royal what?
Royal School.
Royal School. So how do you combine your schoolwork and all the projects, the humanitarian projects you're doing? Because I know you are doing a lot, and we'll come to your project. But how do you work both of them? Like, how do you put both of them together and make sure you give them equal attention?
It's just because God guides me everywhere I go, and He gives me the strength, and also He gives me the free will of doing something. He gives me the power to be committed to something. So it's okay.
Wow. 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 Let's talk about the projects you are doing. Currently, how many projects are you doing?
I'm doing only one. Yes, please.
And what project is that?
It's for trees. People like practicing deforestation more than afforestation. So I want to change that story into an afforestation story. So I have this book.
Okay.
For you to read and see the benefits of trees and why we should keep trees on earth and why we shouldn't deforestate. And because trees are for life. And also, if we don't have trees, we'll die. When the last tree dies, the last man dies.
That's great. When the last tree dies, the last man dies. So you've also had a number of awards. How many awards do you have now to your credit?
A lot of citations.
Wow.
And yes, my mother has been calling me citation mommy. I don't know why.
Because you have a lot of them. Can we say there are about 30 of them, your citations and your awards, or 50 of them?
I can't because there are lots of them down there. Yes, please.
No, but in total, there'll be between 40 and 50, is it?
Yes, please.
Wow. And how many events have you been to? You've met a lot of presidents. How many presidents have you met as well? How many presidents?
All the African presidents.
Wow. Wow.
And I've met a few high commissioners.
You're a busy woman.
And a lot of ministers in other countries.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel blessed.
Blessed, that's good.
And also, I'll be doing a poem for the president of Ghana very soon.
Wow. 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 So is it just the tree project you are doing, or you've done previous projects?
No, please.
It's just the tree project you are doing?
Yes, please.
Great. Do you have any final words for our listeners?
For the children about my project, I want every child to plant one tree and grow with it. And when the child, he or she grows, the child will be proud and say, I planted this tree and this tree is grown so I can eat the fruits it bears. And also, any last words in general, I want to tell everybody, be yourself, know who you are, be confident, and don't look at what somebody does to be the same, because we are all created differently, even if we are one people.
That's nice. Where can our listeners connect with you?
On social media.
On social media. And it's Nakeeyat. Is it Nakeeyat the poet on social media?
Yes,
Exactly.
Nakeeyat the poet. Okay.
We would like to say a massive thank you, Nakeeyat, for coming on Podcast with Sheila today.
Welcome so much.
So Nakeeyat is telling every child to plant a tree, and as you grow and the tree grows, you'll be able to eat of the fruit when it grows. And I think that is a very laudable advice, and we should all try and do that and help our children do that. I also like to chip in and say that every day, 100 small ways, our children are asking us, do we hear them? Do they matter? Do we see them? And I think the response we give to them actually affects the way they act. So we should listen more to our children. We should support them. We should also try and encourage them. If we have 1,000 of Nakeeyats in our world, I think it will get better. We should try and channel the energies of our children positively and try and wean them off social media, tablets, phones, and things like that. And I was happy to host Nakeeyat today because of the energy she brought to Podcast with Sheila, her positive vibes, the awards she's winning as a young, talented lady, and all the projects she's handling. Her tree project, I am so much in support of it. I think that we should plant more trees than we should cut them down. So we're excited to host her. And if you've been listening in, this has been season 2, episode 20 of our podcast series, where we've been bringing your way seasoned guests with inspiring real life stories to share with us. Do not miss out on all these lovely experiences. Subscribe and be notified when a new episode is released. We have a video presentation of this episode on our YouTube channel. Just search for Podcast with Sheila on YouTube and you'll find us. Until we meet again, have a lovely